Hi everybody, Justine here. I'm going to be kind of walking you through the whole process of submitting things on Devpost. So yeah, I hope you guys have been doing well with all your projects and everything. But in terms of Devpost, I will have posted this following document here on the Slack by now. So be sure you're reading through the entire thing so you're not missing any requirements we have for your judging. Um, the first thing is that we're asking you to submit the link to your code, a video demonstration of your project, and any descriptions that come with the process of submitting your Devpost project. So I'm actually going to walk you through that whole process now. So let's do it. So the first thing is you should be registered for MHacks 13 beta on Devpost, and you should be able to see this button here that says start your submission. So we want to do that. And by the way, the deadline for submitting our projects will be at 11 p.m. EDT. So please make sure that you're submitting these projects by 11 a.m. EDT, so that we can make sure that we're going to judge your stuff on time. We're not accepting any late submissions, so please make sure that you're getting this stuff in on time. But as you can see, once we've clicked that submission button, we're going to add a new project. And here it's going to ask what your project is called. And so essentially, let's just call this project my project right now. But you would put whatever your project name is at this point. You might have an I'm not a robot. Check that off. It's a CAPTCHA, pretty self-explanatory. Then we're going to save and continue. And then you're going to be taken to this page that says post a new project. And there's all these kind of areas for information. So I'm going to walk you through each one. Of course, you have your project name. You already filled this out, so this should appear here automatically. And here you have your elevator pitch. So this will be just a short tagline for your project. As in, like, if you wanted to describe this in one sentence, what would it be? So for this one, I'm just going to say my project is about this. Of course, you would fill it in with whatever your project was about, but as you can see, there's a character limit here, so make sure this is short and sweet, easy to understand for the judges. Right under that, we have a it's built with, and here you will essentially put what kinds of languages, APIs, hardwares, or whatever you guys used during this event. For example, let's say I used Google, you used Google Cloud, or used Wolfram. You would use, you would input all of this information here. Yeah, so anything Amazon, say you use in Alexa, and you use the language Python, then you would essentially just put all that information here. After that, there's an option here for you to invite your teammates. So if you're not working alone on your project, you would want your teammate to essentially log into their Devpost account, and you can share this link. This link should be private between you and your team, but this link will kind of allow them to be a part of this project. So make sure you're sharing either this link with your team, or you can invite them onto this project using their email that they're registered on Devpost for. So you can just say, like, for example, for us directors at MHacks, you could send that invite there. You would just click that and that would send. But essentially just invite all of your team members. And here's the fun part. We definitely really want you to go into depth about your project here. Just really write about everything that you can think of in terms of inspiration, what your project does, how you built it, what kinds of challenges you ran into, the accomplishments that you're proud of, what did you learn when you made this project, and potential next steps. This is all information that will be super useful for our judges when we're actually going through that process and looking through your projects. So make sure that you're writing everything that you would like us to know about your project into this story. As you can see, we have a lot more space here than we do under the tagline, so don't describe your entire project in your tagline. Again, this is just like a short sentence, versus here is where you will kind of write everything. So you would write this under here, like this inspired me, or I was inspired to create this project by blah, 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 right? Type. And then this project does blah, blah. I built it using, you guys generally get the gist of this. You would just like type everything under these little subcategories. And yeah, right after that, we have an image gallery option. So if you do want to upload images of your projects, say like a certain screen or like a screenshot of a result that you got using your projects, you guys have that option right here. Essentially, you just choose a file, choose an image, for example, this one, you just upload it. You can add a caption. This is an image of my project on this screen. So make sure you're describing those images, but input that in. You can do multiple, but just upload whatever images you want to share. Right under that, we have our try it out. So right here, this is required. We need you to submit a link to the code for your project. So, and you can actually add multiple if you need be, like if you listed your app on the App Store, you could add that there. But what we are requiring is a link to your code so we can kind of see what you've been working on. So in that case, it would be a GitHub link or a link to your repo, something like that. So go ahead and paste that in here. So make sure you're doing this, otherwise we can't properly judge your project. But essentially go and put in a GitHub link that we can check out. And right under that, as you read on the document, we're asking you to upload a video demonstration of your project as well. So these videos, as you saw in the document, should be around 3 minutes. If you need to go a little over or under, it should be a 1 minute margin. But essentially have a video around 2 to 4 minutes long. And per the document, we're asking it to contain, first of all, a description of your project. Second of all, a live visual demonstration, like you using the project and like flipping, if it's an app, for example, like flipping through the multiple pages and like what each page does. Explain that to us, but make sure it's in that time frame. And third, we want to know what you kind of learned through the whole process and what you took away from building. So make sure that video is up. You can upload that onto YouTube. You can upload it on Facebook or Vimeo, whatever you like. Make sure that we can access it. But you would just throw that link in there. And actually, I'll just put like a video of the opening ceremony because I can't find any other videos right now. But make sure that gets in there. That definitely will help us a lot with judging and really just getting us to understand your project more. So it'll be super helpful. But I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that link on there. Oh, sorry. Some lit music during the opening. But yes, so just paste that video in there, make sure we can access it. But again, make sure that like all of this is getting done before the deadline. When we say that the deadline is 11 a.m. on Sunday, EST, we don't mean like you're uploading your YouTube video at 11 a.m. We want the whole Devpost submission to be up at 11 a.m. So make sure that you're doing all of this ahead of time. So you're just gonna hit save there. I think I forgot to, oh, I did not. But yeah, as you can see, we have like an image of your project. You have your project name here. You have like the little tagline. And if you need to go back to edit anything, you can always click back to edit project. If you want to change this image, you can click that and upload whatever image you want. But essentially, I walked you through this already, so just go ahead and save that. Then you can go ahead and upload the file for your submission if you want to like actually submit your code or like anything else. But I don't think we're really requiring anything on that end, so that's definitely your choice. But just choose a file, upload it, pretty self-explanatory. Here, this is super, super, super important. So all of these prizes that are not the top 3 that we're automatically considering everyone for, they're all opt-in prizes. So if you would like to submit your hack under one of the category prizes or all of them or several, you have to make sure to opt in this area. So say my app was about something in the medical field. Then I want to opt into the best medical hack. I want to make sure that I select this so that my hack goes through into that category. And the same thing, if you want to put your app for multiple categories, you can do that. For example, if it's also in the professional world, you can use, you can opt into this category as well. Just make sure that you're opting into whatever you want to compete for. Something you don't want to do though is like opt into every category. For example, if you opt into best COVID-19 app, but you didn't build a COVID-19 app, you don't want to opt into that category because obviously we won't probably choose your app to win if it's not in that category. But make sure that you're selecting everything you want to compete for. For example, this best hack that brings the world closer together, judged by Facebook, if you want to be considered by that, go ahead and opt in for that. And including the MLH prizes and the rest of the sponsored prizes and the categories. Just make sure that you're opting into every single category that you would like to compete for. Yeah, and after that, we have this terms of service, and you're agreeing to the rules, which we wrote on our dev post, and we've also added them, I think, onto the Slack. So make sure you're reading through all those rules. When you check this off, you're agreeing to those rules. So please make sure that you're abiding by them. But you essentially just check this off and you would complete your submission right there. And when your submission is complete, you can see you've successfully submitted this project to MHacks 13 beta. And that's how you know that we've gotten your submission. So that's essentially the whole process. If you have any additional questions, feel free to ask in the questions channel, but use this video as a resource to kind of walk you through the process of submitting things on Devpost. But do read through this entire document with the judging guide. Make sure that you're going through all of the requirements. And yeah, again, during judging, we will probably message you with questions about your projects if we have any, so keep an eye out for that. Our sponsors and MLH might do that as well, so just make sure you're available during the judging period, which is currently from 12 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, make sure that you're able to respond in a timely manner. And if you're in the top 3 hacks determined by MHacks Core, you will be messaged by us before the closing ceremony. And we will let you know that you are doing a live demonstration. So you will actually be presenting your project in front of everyone during the closing ceremony. Super exciting. But make sure that you're preparing all resources you need for that, including, you know, any your screen share if that's what you want to do. Make sure all your team members have their mic and cam working. That's super important. But we will kind of walk through the logistics of that with you if we do select your project. So look out for that and please respond again in a timely manner. Your live demo will be up to 3 minutes max. So make sure that you're timing all this and you're within that time frame. But yeah, that's essentially it. Again, please go through this entire document, make sure that you're hitting all these requirements. And yeah, we're excited to see your projects this weekend. And I'm definitely really looking forward to seeing what you guys have been working on. So good luck for the rest of the event, and I will see you during closing. Bye, everyone.